5 years in captivity, then turning that unimaginable adversity into decades of service. Our David Muir now with his life and legacy.
John McCain was born August 29, 1936, at a naval base in the Panama Canal Zone. His father and grandfather, both named John, and both in service. Wartime commanders, John McCain's fate was laid before him.
I remember when my dad's friends would be over when I was very young, and they'd say, what class is he going to be? Not, is he going to the Naval Academy or not? What class would he be?
He would attend the Naval Academy in Annapolis, in the footsteps of his father and grandfather. He would graduate, part of the class of 1958. Here, heading to flight school in Pensacola, Florida, he would later volunteer to drop bombs on targets in North Vietnam during the war.
That's where the sound of the guns were, and we wanted to ride to it. It is what we train for and what our mission is.
At 31 years old, aboard the aircraft carrier Oriskany, flying an A-4 Skyhawk on his 23rd run. Just as he released a bomb, an enemy missile takes a wing off his bomber. He ejects, breaking both his arms and one leg, his bomber washing ashore. McCain would land in a lake in the center of the city of Hanoi. The Vietnamese would pull him out of the water and capture him. They would stab him, beat him, and then take him to a prison camp, later known as the Hanoi Hilton. Filmed as a POW, he was asked his name.
What is your name?
Lieutenant Commander John McCain.
Unable to use his hands, he had to be fed by his captors. His irreverence, a source of strength to his fellow prisoners.
How is your food? It's not like hers, but I ate it.
Deteriorating in strength and delirious with pain for months, the Vietnamese only treated his wounds after they realized he was the son of a famous admiral.
I think you have a famous name, yes.
The Vietnamese would have an offer. They would tell him he could go home. They hoped it would be a PR coup for them, given how famous his family was. But McCain would refuse. He told them he didn't want to break the U.S. military code of conduct for POWs. The first man captured must be the first man out.
I badly wanted to go home. I was tired and sick.
McCain would stay another 4 years as a POW, half of that in solitary confinement. In 1973, 591 POWs were released, and John McCain was one of them.
Commander John McCain.
A salute and home on American soil. Reunited with his family, deciding to serve his country in a new way.
I'm announcing today my decision to become a candidate.
Elected to the House in 1982 and to the Senate 4 years later. He would run for president in 2000 and again in 2008. Campaigning against then-Senator Barack Obama, McCain would do the unthinkable in today's politics. He defended his opponent.
I can't trust Obama. I have read about him, and he's an Arab. He is not. No?
No, ma'am. He's a decent family man, citizen that I just happen to have disagreements with on fundamental issues, and that's what this campaign is all about. He's not. Thank you.
And it was a year ago he was diagnosed with a brain tumor, returning to the Senate floor just days after brain surgery, walking in to a standing ovation, casting that deciding thumbs-down vote on the effort to repeal Obamacare without a replacement. In one of his final public appearances, John McCain joining his daughter Megan.
I love you so much.
John McCain spent his final months with family, with friends, and reflecting in his autobiography on the power of humanity, the power of what we all have in common.
Before I leave, I'd like to see our politics begin to return to the purposes and practices that distinguish our history from the history of other nations. I'd like to see us recover our sense that we are more alike than different.
Americans never quit. We never surrender. We never hide from history. We make history. Thank you, and God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you all very much.
31-year-old John McCain is flying the Navy's A-4 Skyhawk, top speed 670 miles. McCain ejects, breaking both arms and a knee in the process. He descends into the waiting arms of the enemy.
I came down in a lake near the center of the city of Hanoi. As I came to the surface, the Vietnamese group of them came out and pulled me in.